Marami ngang mga Pinoy ngayon mga idol ang gumagawa ng pangalan sa mundo ng boxing at isa na nga dito ang isang batang undefeated ngayon at lintik magpatulog ng kalaban. Ang tubong Dumingag, Zamboanga del Sur, ang tinaguriang triggerman ng Philippine boxing na si Weljon Mindoro. Isa sa mga Pilipinong boksingerong nagbibigay karangalan ngayon sa bansang Pilipinas. Nakasalukuyang may impresibong kartada na 13 panalo at lahat nga po ng ito ay tinapos sa pamamagitan ng knockout. Halos 100% nga po ang knockout ratio ng batang Pinoy na ito at pambato natin ngayon sa middleweight division at lubos na nagpapakilala sa mundo ng boxing. Kung atin ngang babalikan mga idol, July 10, 2024, nang brutal nga po nawasakin ni Weljon Mindoro ang Briton na si Tyler Goodjan. Apat na buwan lamang po ang nakalipas mga idol. November 9, 2024, muling napalaban ng ating kababayan sa pambato ng Brazil na si Lucas de Abreu, kung saan nga mga idol, brutal din na winasak ito ni Mindoro sa loob lamang ng 3 rounds.
Pegada de buena derecha. ¡Oh! ¡Qué derechazo! Está en problemas. Tuvo que poner una rodilla en la lona el brasileño. Mindoro, 10 segundos. Una vez más la cachetada guajolotera y vuelve a caer. Vuelve a caer con las combinaciones. Dice Lucas de Abreu que estoy bien, que puedo continuar. Uy, 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 un round 17, Dinamita.
Claro. Acuérdate, mi querido Ricardo, lo difícil no es caer, sino levantarte y ganar.
¡Oh! ¡Qué derechazo! Y ahora sí se acabó. Damas y caballeros, esto.
Asistencia médica.
¿Sí? Esto se acabó. Que traigan a la asistencia médica. Definitivamente están subiendo ya los doctores.
Matapos nga po ang laban kontra Lucas de Abreu, wala pang 1 buwan ang nakakalipas mga idol, ay muling umakyat sa ibabaw ng lona ang ating pambato para kaharapin naman ang Australian fighter na si Joel Camilleri nito lamang nakaraang December 6, 2024. Halina't ating silipin mga idol ang laban kung paano kinalampag ng batang Pinoy ang mundo ng boxing.
So the opening round underway, 8 3-minute round for the Asian Continental title, 75 kg weight. Two accomplished operators in the hand, in the black front with gold, and the professional, Weljon Mindoro, 14 fights, on tour, 13 wins, all of them coming inside the distance. The strangest fighting outside of the Philippines, his last 2 contests in the United States. So he is the KO of the year candidate in July against Tyler Goodjan, getting him out of doing the second round of a contest scheduled for 8 for Joel Camilleri. He competing in his 3rd contest of 2024. Spoke to Camilleri yesterday. Andre S.O.G. Ward, 2004 Olympic champion, still the last American male to claim Olympic gold. Clarissa Shields, of course, took 2 Olympic titles in London and Rio. And the ring IQ of Andre Ward is what he admires. He said that facing a puncher of this caliber and this repute really didn't hold any fears for him. He scored with a flicking jab, then he doubled it up, not too accurate with the second pair of these lefts. But he said that he intends to use that shot to frustrate the punch. He said he's been in with punches. He lands a looping roundhouse right. He said that the pressure that he will bring with his elusiveness, his ring craft, and variety will just render Mindoro a frustrated figure and start looking for the KO. In the meantime, Camilleri told me that he's piling up the points. An opportunity to showcase his skills at his best, building the match ready for him. No shortage of confidence for the man from Melbourne. To manage this never cost him long. This contest with him is that rolled early this year. The right cross, left up, left hook to the body. Left hook on the inside, landed by Camilleri. Again, Camilleri just content to box behind a low-held guard. That launching around for the kneecap. Man back across the wrist as he was then getting digested. Again, 74.25. Darting laterally both left and right. Camilleri. Hit him against the rope, bring him square in there. You get through the power drive and right cross. And under a couple of punches to the body, left hook after turning the table, landed by Camilleri. And compared to the opening round of boxing, it was.
Camilleri was a really good shot right up until the last 15, 20 seconds.
Power trying to go the distance with Dimitri Bivol in that battle for the undisputed title of 175 pounds light heavyweight. 100% KO ratio. The man of his profession. Here's a Mindoro from around the kneecap, just whack right into his face to disrupt his forward movement. Beautiful shot with that lead left from Camilleri. As the two men test the tension of the strands just above our boxing position. Approaching the halfway stage with an overhand right from Camilleri to the spectator shot. Continuing to move effectively, laterally both clockwise and counterclockwise. Mindoro, quick-footed with his advances, trying to close the gap, but invariably the man breaking the standoff by letting his hands go first is Camilleri, and it's a disruptive, staccato rhythm that he's boxing at. And Mindoro has yet got to grips with that rhythm to demonstrate it at the time. Knockout on this. Camilleri goes by the name of KO, 14 wins of his 29 coming via the short. Remember, here's that disruptive left hand once again. And Mindoro used to swinging and missing with his vaunted backhand. By the knee left will come blocked effectively by the gloves and forearm of Camilleri. Mindoro seems to shake up nicely. Camilleri, yes, interrupting the boxing ring, circumnavigating, back swimming against the ropes. Turn the table once more, and zero. 10 seconds left. The referee separates the two. 30 seconds of each second round. They're just even. Mindoro made his madness and came out of a crowd with a spectacle overhand right. The dynamic, darting, and elusive movement of Camilleri just giving the impression that he's controlling the tempo and he's really
Contact on Camilleri. He said in the earlier part, shoulders forward, whatever, just make sure you start landing.
Well, Mindoro out aggressively and letting a fusillade of punches go, and a couple of the body shots did get through, followed by a flashing right uppercut. Bending his own corner is Camilleri, keen to try and fashion a clinch, but then just, beautiful two-shot salvo to the body from Mindoro. Perhaps his best punches of the entire contest as he sunk his feet into the canvas and got real leverage onto his shot. But now it's Camilleri walking down the knockout artist, and he's teeing away to the body before cutting away with a right hook to the head. Again, it's a question we often pose when you've got a man who's used to touching opponents and seeing them fall. Will the curse of the puncher befall? Well, John Mindoro tonight. Still early days, of course, in his battle for the Asian Continental title at 75 kilograms. But oftentimes, when a puncher is landing cleanly and the opponent is still there, well, sometimes the puncher's instinct can be to just dig away harder. Even though they say they're prepared to go the distance, and no doubt physically they are, and sometimes play tricks in the mind of the expert finisher. That is what the trigger man has proven to be during his professional career to this point. Having made his debut in 2019. But Camilleri with a cuffing right hand and then tying his man up to vault him back to the space of centre ring is boxing a clever physical contest. Left-right combination not too far away from Mindoro, but Camilleri tucking up behind his shoulder to ward off the incoming fire, and again it's a disruptive lead left that he's continuing to work behind Camilleri. Offering the half cover guard, then he's fired by an overhand right, the left hook which followed may have glanced the nose of Mindoro after the right hand was inaccurate. Clocking up the miles on his fistic odometer as he glides around the perimeter of the ring. Camilleri, Mindoro. Again, when Andy and I were observing him work out at the Rocky Road Gym, and the flashing left-right combination catches the advancing Mindoro from Camilleri. He's possessed of that timing that just produces a distinctive sound. Overhand left with a barroom brawl of a blow from Mindoro. Couldn't quite find the range as he walked his man down, but Camilleri landing with the inside of the glove, and then an altogether cleaner right hand, and another one from Camilleri, followed by a left hook, boxing beautifully off the ropes as Mindoro tries to respond to the right uppercut of his own. But he's pulled back across the ring by Camilleri, who is just neutralizing the bombs that are housed in the boxing gloves of the left and right fist of Mindoro. Terrific work by Camilleri to smother the man from the Philippines. For a right hand off the back foot, and a very clever display once again, producing that third round by Camo KO.
It was, but I would sound a note of caution at him.
Camilleri, no stranger to going the 10-round distance, so 8 rounds for this Asian title won't hold any fears for him. Again, his boxing as for Mindoro. He jerks his man back to the ropes and lands with a right cross. Clever boxing out of the corner from Camilleri, who remain responsible. But now he's beginning to be teed off upon by Mindoro. Is this a stoppage? No, it's a standing count. So, referee Valerie Pastuhov stepping in with a standing count after hooks and uppercuts began to crash home against Camilleri. Oh, that's a beautiful right hand on the resumption, but now Mindoro has got his man going, and he's seeking to demonstrate that he is a precise and merciless finisher once again. It's an awful long time to negotiate. Beautiful left hook, but then a right hand in response from Camilleri. But Mindoro really is finding the range on his punches now and wearing all of them. Flush is Camilleri. He's in a solid minute and 10 seconds so far. He's taken a standing count. Back into the breach. Steps Mindoro. Senses that he's got his man going. He's wrestled him down to the canvas. That gives him some brief respite. The referee wipes the glove clean, and he's walked onto a shot, which was an uppercut, which sent Camilleri to the canvas to take the second count of the round. There's still a minute and a half to go in round number 4, and against a finisher like Mindoro, that could well be a long 90 seconds. Camilleri on the ropes above our commentary position, bobbing and weaving, trying to hold off, but he's taken a right uppercut, and the towel has come in from Dino Billinghurst in the corner of the Australian. Camilleri stopping his exuberant celebration in acknowledgement of another inside distance victory for well John Mindoro. And as we talked about with his punching power, once he began to let those hands go against a stationary target, well, the writing was on the wall for Joe Camilleri. He deserves immense credit because over the course of the first 4 rounds, he boxed very well indeed. But as is often the case when sharing a ring with a puncher, you've got to remain switched on for every moment that they remain upright.
You absolutely do, and we were wondering, weren't we, in between rounds, whether at the end of the 3rd round there was a danger sign there because he was starting to fight Mindoro's fight more, and was that because he was confident, was that because his feet were slowing down? And then right at the start of the 4th, he got involved straight away in the kind of fight that really he didn't want to be in. Professional boxing, you could have judged that the votes had kept the fight going. That wasn't really the case. I think it was an uppercut that he walked onto in the end. It was over quite quick in the end. It was dramatic. He was doing so well up until that point, and you can see how frustrated he is with him a bit. I was thinking to myself, doesn't he need to do this? That's a dangerous thing to do. And it proved to be the case. But for the trigger man, this is exactly what you wanted, isn't it? You know, you can't do
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for both boxers. And before we hand over the IBA Pro Asian Championship title, we have 2 special guest presenters, 2 icons of the sport, the real deals. Let me please introduce Mr.
Well John Mindoro.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, we go to your judges' scorecards. Pardon me. The contest ends in round number 4. The official time, 1 minute and 40 seconds of round number 4. Therefore, your winner by TKO from the Philippines, the Trigger Man. Welcome, Mandoro!
So well done, Mandoro retains his undefeated record, and it is now
Once again,
15
in the
fights.
ring, two icons
15
of
wins,
boxing, Mr.
15 fights,
Mr. Manny
and
Pacquiao.
all 14 wins coming inside the distance, courtesy of a 4th round technical knockout, produced at the 1 minute 40 mark of round number 4, and that's not a bad photograph, is it? Constitute inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2011. Manny Pacquiao will be inducted into the next class of the International Boxing Hall of Fame in upstate New York. And they on hand to present the Asian Continental title. Well done, Mindoro, but he retained his patience and his faith in his power, and once he got his man going, well, he unloaded the heavy artillery and got his man out of there because the towel came in from his corner.
Absolutely. We said, didn't we, 5 rounds is a long time. The Camilleri does well up to that point. You have a man who stuck to the plan, and then maybe he's deviated from it slightly, but I don't want to be too critical of him because you have to give credit to the winner always. I mean, Mindoro is really a little too frustrating for any point. You know, pockets of success up until then, but at the start of the board, he got stuck in straight away, really. But he's got a chin on him too, because as he was coming forward, Camilleri nailed him with some clean shots. He just walked straight through them, and that's not good, is it? When you're the opponent throwing them, when you see somebody just gobble them up and keep coming. I think this is the point at which he had him penned back in the corner there. He was lobbing him around, and the referee stepped into the standing count. You can maybe make a case of the ropes and keeping him up there. It's not inconceivable. Either way, it wasn't going to have too much bearing on the outcome. He did give him a little bit of time to recoup, but when they got going again, I think this is uppercut that he came on to. His back was to his Camilleri, so we couldn't really see it. But in the end, he ended up on the canvas and he got back to his feet. It kind of half landed, didn't it, really? But he got back to his feet. By that stage, the corner had decided that they'd seen enough. There was still plenty of time remaining in the round, and he was unravelling, wasn't he? You can see that he lost that kind of rigidity and tensile strength, and with a puncher like that, he could well have got knocked clean out. And if you're in the corner, your job is to stop that happening, if you can. You can't always, can you? But in certain circumstances you can, and that was one of them. They did it, so well done to them for that. I don't think the referee would necessarily let it go on too much longer, but they were quick to get in.
You know, Billinghurst has only been working with Joe Camilleri since February of this year, but the relationship is clearly strong enough and deep enough.
Ano ang masasabi nyo sa boksingerong naikwento natin ngayon? Paki-comment lang ang inyong opinion, mga idol. Maraming salamat po at God bless.